God bless you all. Happy Monday. It is August the 3rd. Yes, yes, it is.
Are you one of those girls that take pictures of the sky?
Why, yes, I am. That was TikTok. Okay, let's get the live going. Let's see live. Let's see. Um, how you doing, Mr. Friend? Good morning to you, or good afternoon, good evening. It's evening where you are. I'm doing good. You're the first one in. You know what that means? That means I'm gonna have a good live, Mr. Friend. You doing okay? How is your son? How's Rainy doing? Oh. How was your weekend? Let's do 100 rosas. Rainy is good. That's good. Has your son finger healed up pretty decently? My weekend was good. I rested pretty much the entire weekend. I did a bit of cleaning up, but I didn't, outside of that, I didn't do much else. But I'm okay with that. Tabby is okay with that. You went to the cinema? What did you see? That's cool. Did you go with your son? That's pretty cool. He healed up by playing with, okay, that's good. I was a little bit worried about that. I was a little bit worried. Spider-Man movie? Oh, how was it? Was it good? Some people were talking about it. How are you doing, Hanif? I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. How are you today? Happy Monday. I like Spider-Man. Oh, I guess I'm more of like, I don't know, maybe DC. I like Batman, but Spider-Man's cool too. Mike, how you doing? Good morning to you. Watch it with my daughters. I'll ask them if they want to go see it. They like going to the movies, the cinema. Yeah, I think you were first, Mike. That means TikTok live is gonna go well. Tyrese, welcome in. Happy Monday to you, Hanif. Happy Monday. Good morning, everybody. Good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from. I hope everyone had a good night's rest and you feeling rested and happy today. You like Batman? The last Batman was a bit too dark. Christian Bale Batman. I like those ones too. How you doing, Mike? Shalom to you, Tyrese. Welcome in. So how are you? Yeah, I kind of like. I guess I'm more of a Marvel fan. Overlord, welcome in. My youngest daughter, Yo-Yo, she gets into that. She don't really do it anymore, but she used to collect comics. She had like Spider-Man and Green Lantern and stuff like that. Someone tried to keep me up to the week. Was that Brent? Was that Brent? Mike, thank you for the heart meme. Marvel better. How you doing, Joy Joyce? Dune Part 3? I didn't see that movie. I didn't look on, so last night when I got off Yaya's live mic, I just talked to God for a good little bit, and I ended up falling asleep. And when I woke up today, I saw y'all were playing some type of game, right? Brent need to get. I know he didn't catch up on all his sleep. What is that dude doing? Alexander, how you doing? I need to watch Dune, amazing movies. I think I've seen the first one. How you doing, Orion? I love my Fiji 2026. Welcome in. Alexiano, thank you for liking the live. Brent doesn't get any sleep, that dude. Mike, thank you for reminding me about Yaya's little webcam. She didn't tell me anything. Even last night when I talked to her, she still didn't mention it, and I forgot to mention it, so I'm gonna ask her today what she needs. The joke was on him. He already had sleep. Malik, welcome in. I don't see how he thrives. Now, I read a while ago that there are some people that have like a genetic mutation where they can be okay, not just be okay, but they can thrive on small amounts of sleep. I think that is the case for Brent. Yeah, she don't ask. Like, I'll tell her. I say, Mama, just tell me what you need. I get it for you, baby. Just let me know, or I'll tell her to send me the link on Amazon. I said, just tell Mama I'll get it for you. Sometimes I have to remind her. Sometimes I have to beg her, come on, Yaya, please, just send it. Like her little PC. I got her PC, and she she was trying to, like, she needed the keyboard and the monitor and all that stuff, and she was trying to give me money for it. I was like, no, Yaya, what are you doing? Like, no. She felt bad. She's like, Mama, I feel bad. I'm like, why you feel bad? That's what I'm here for. Wait, why you feel bad? I want to help you. I want to do something for you. Don't feel bad. Why you feel bad? You think he just has the will to stay up? Perhaps so. If she won't pull her hand out, though. How you doing, TJ? Good morning to you. Happy Monday. How's little Travis doing? You happy to have your baby back with you? Thank you, TJ, for the heartbeat. I'll put it out for her. Yeah. She'll ask me for little stuff, Mike, like Starbucks or Target. Can we go to Target? Just tiny stuff. But as far as like some of the stuff she needs that she could use, like I've been telling her for the longest, I said, Yaya, why don't you go on Amazon and look for stuff so you can do for your ASMR videos? She's like, okay. And then it never happens. You need 8 hours of sleep? I think I need at least 6. I think I need at least 6 hours of sleep. Jory, thank you for the follow. Mr. Hustle and Motivate, how are you? I'm happy he's back, getting his haircut today. He looks like a wild sheep. That's so funny. How you doing, Mr. Hustle and Motivate? How you feeling today? Good morning and happy Monday. I can do 4 and not feel bad. I tell her, I'm like, yeah, just send it to me. She's like, okay. Really? In that amount of time he's gone, he's not taller than you? Wow. I'm doing good, Mr. Hustle. Thank you, TJ, for the floor serenade. Ooh, that's a pretty one. That was nice. Thank you, TJ. That's a new gift in the gift gallery. And I believe you were the first to send it to me. Thank you. What's up, Marnie? I have no treats left for you. You want to come up here and sit? Up, come. Come on. Up. What's wrong? Come on. I had no treats. Thank you, so Savage. I never had a normal sleep schedule since maybe, Do you feel like it affects you negatively, Mike? Like, do you feel like either working nights or jobs that wake you up? For many years, well, when I was younger, I worked Yeah, for some years I worked at night shift. Like I worked at a gas station overnight. That was dangerous. I worked at a check cashing place overnight. That was super dangerous. I worked at a truck stop overnight. That was extremely dangerous. And then I worked at FedEx overnight. I like the graveyard shifts. How can you get rich? I don't know about that. Tabby not rich. I can't speak from experience. I can tell you how to become rich in life, like experience, rich in spirit, but I don't know about the money part. I'm still trying to get there. But what someone may say, you do need sleep. It varies on need. Yeah, it's quiet at night. I like working a graveyard shift. It allowed me to do what I needed to do during the day and still work and stuff. What I would do when I worked graveyard shift, I would get off of work and go home, eat, take care of what I need, like if I need to run errands or whatever, and then I would go to sleep and then wake up right before I was supposed to go into work. Tabby some knowledge and wisdom. It doesn't even start certain functions until you reach certain stages of sleep, like REM. For you to get rich is your voice. That's where the money. My voice is where the money is. I have no desire to get rich though. I'm more focused on pursuing my purpose that God has for me. That's it. I would like to make enough money so I can take care of my girls. It's too hot for the pool to run. Oh no, G Howard. I have a unique voice. It's you guys compliment me on my voice, and I got teased for it a good majority of my life. How you doing, Tony? A few people have mentioned to me to read audiobooks. I've gotten that quite a few times. People suggested. Mike suggested for the longest that I do ASMR, but now my daughter does it, so I'm not trying to infringe on her little territory. Um, I don't know. I do like to read. Maybe the audiobooks would be. What's wrong, Marnie? Why would I get teased? They said I sounded funny or I sounded like a little girl. I did sound like a little girl. Maybe up until recently, like that I started sounding more adult like. But even sometimes when I hear, like when I leave voice messages and stuff and I hear myself, I'm like, ooh. Key, how's it going? Audiobooks are just story times. But carry that torch, yeah. I don't know, Mike. Lately, she hadn't been, I don't know if she likes doing the gaming on live or what. I noticed that she don't get as many people in there, but I don't know. Not many me. Uh, yeah, yeah. She's such a she's sweeter than sweet tea. She's sweeter than sweet tea. Thank you, Mr. Friend. Hate to hear the voices of the voice. My daughter is like that too. She asks me that often. She's like, "Mama, do I sound like a little kid?" I'm like, "Well, you do sound young because you are young." I look like a lion shampoo beard. How you doing, Corey? Welcome in. Yeah, she'll ask me that, "Mama, do I sound like a little kid?" And I'm like, "You're young." I don't think she sound. Now I've noticed. I was looking at her face, and looking at old pictures, and she has lost some baby fat in her face. Her face has narrowed, and I'm like, "You are looking more mature." You don't want to sound 90? Yeah. I'm doing good, Jerome. How are you? Good morning to you. Yaya can sing very well, but she's so shy. Jenna on TV? Yeah, Mike. So I saw her last year uh, in concert. Was it last year? I don't know. Was it last year or the year before that? I saw her in concert, and she is very beautiful, like strikingly beautiful in person, and her voice still sounds so young. Thank you, Aquarian. tell her not to rush to get old. I tell her that. I tell her enjoy being young. She's kind of self-conscious about her weight too. She is extremely tiny. I'm small. I can wear extra small. She wears extra small, and even then, it still don't fit sometimes. And people tell her you need to eat more, you need to do this, and I tell her I'm like, look, like I've shown her pictures of me when I was her age. I didn't really even pick up weight until maybe the last couple of years. Right now I'm like 115. I was like around 107, 108. And then for a while, a long time, I was 103. I told him like, don't worry about it. You gain weight as you get older. It's okay. But people make their comments. Like when we went to my brother's wedding, she got up and danced, and Yo-Yo recorded it. I wanted to post pictures, but I didn't. Like post video, but I didn't because I didn't want her to feel self-conscious. Thank you, Jerome, for the compliment. I'm from America. I'm in Texas. User 18818. Thank you for the love. I have been good, Tony. How have you been? You jealous, Mike? But we've been out and people would like stare. I hear them talking under their breath about how thin she is. D Nice, how's it going? I be wanting to tell people about themselves. Don't you used to speak for you? Oh, my car, yeah. That's before I got Starlink. That was before I got Starlink. But during the daytime, I would be in the woods. But it's just at night, I would be in my car. Yeah, I didn't want nobody messing with my baby, making a funky comment, so I didn't post it. Thank you for the follow. But I told her. So her self-esteem has gotten much better. And you could tell that she is really she's starting to really come out of her shell. But she got teased for a long time. And blessings to you, Tony. Thank you. B-Man, how are you? Does it work 24/7? Yes, it does. Beloved? No. You talking about that movie? Is Starlink expensive? It kind of is. But I needed it, so. Just to know, y'all trying to talk like an adult. B-Man, thank you for that. Thank you for the bouquet. User 581655. How you doing? I don't know if people realize what bullying does to the extent it damages people. Certainly kids don't understand. They don't think about it. I'm sure there's some people on the live, someone told you. Now, it doesn't have to be a peer or somebody, like a friend or someone you went to school with. It could be a parent or someone in your family. They told you something. Because sometimes people's parents can be their first bullies. And that's unfortunate. Sometimes people can tell you stuff and maybe they feel like they're joking or whatever. Maybe it's a joke to them and it stick with you for the rest of your life. You got bullied a lot at school? I'm so sorry, Mr. Friend. And it went out just a hit. Jay, how you doing? So, yeah. Donna, how are you? What's going on, Marnie G? You okay, mama? You feeling okay? Lately, I feel like Marnie gets kind of like, she see me talking to the phone. She's been paying a lot of attention to my phone. And she wants me to rub on her. I'm doing good, Jay. I'm doing very good. You at work today? What's wrong, Marnie G? You okay, mama? Can I do something for you? You alright? What you need, honey? Hmm? You're so pretty. You're so pretty. I used to bully bullies, like middle school and high school. I can't stand it. I was too brown for one school and not brown enough for another school. Aw. I'm so sorry. Second job, Northern 2. You work in Northern 2? I'm so sorry. People tried to bully me, but it didn't work for very long. There are a few people. Okay, morning. Jeez. People tried to bully me, but it didn't work for too long. I guess, if somebody says something mean back to me, I'm not going to say nothing mean back to you. Thank you, Nate, for the hint heart. I appreciate it. We all have been bullied before. My mother used to tell us to stand up for yourself. I tell the girls that. How you doing? Slap. Thank you, Nate. I'm trying to get my customers to get their credit card and warranty. Yeah, a few people along the way had tried to bully me, but they changed their mind about it. Levi, how's it going? I don't get how people can bully their kids, so. Tim, how's it going? I was teased for my glasses, but I never called it bullying. I didn't know you wear glasses, Mike. Thank you, Rudy. I got teased for my glasses. My older sister used to call me Four Eyes. My sister did a lot of my bullying. Some people do resent their children, Mr. Friend. NK, thank you for the follow. Your ex-wife was a bully? Yes, sometimes your romantic partners can be bullies. I've had that. Big glasses? Like, aw. Rudy, thank you for the follow. Sometimes your spouse can be your bully. Levi, blessings to you. Thank you, Norman. How have you been, sir? Thank you for the heart me. How's life treating you? Blackwater, thank you for the heart me. And for the follow. How you been, Norm? How's life? How's work? How's the truck? Nothing much, nothing much. Where you tuning in from? Good morning to you, Norm. I've had a romantic partner that was a bully, and I stood up to him too. You gotta stand up to bullies. You can. I tell the girls, if you let somebody punk you, that's how I call it. Don't let nobody punk you. If you let them do it, I don't care how tiny you are. Don't let nobody punk you. Overworked, but took a break. Aw, I'm glad you got to take a break. I've been okay, Norm. I've been good. Thank you for sharing the live. It's hard to stand up to a woman. She played the victim. I don't know how that feels. I know what it's like when a person does the bullying and they play the victim, but I don't know what it's like for you gentlemen. How you doing, physics bro? Welcome in. How you feeling today? How is Miss Valerie? Gerald, welcome in. Good morning, friend. Gregory, thank you for the compliment. I don't know what it's like for men having to deal with that. I imagine that. So, like, I have a nephew. You guys know he'll be 25 in October. I tell him to be careful with when he dates and stuff like that. Try not to put himself in situations where it could be twisted. And I had a talk with him one day about, when he meet a woman and they gon' do a little extra stuff. I asked him, I said, how do you get consent? How do you know that it's okay? And he kind of explained to me, certain things, and I'm like, okay, you understand what consent is. Michelle, how you doing? But yeah, I say this all the time, it's bad people in both genders. It's bad women out there. I tell the girls, I said, hey, don't ever put your hands on a man. Don't ever think you can hit a man. Now, if he hit you, you hit him back. You stand up for yourself. But you don't ever feel like, because I'm like, that's somebody's son, that's somebody's grandson, that's somebody's loved one, and you don't have no right to put your hands on nobody. How can I be off-grid in Texas? What do you mean how? I am. Texas is one of the easiest states to be off-grid. Focus, your wrong focus. You can't hit a woman. You can't even hit a woman in self-defense. A lot of rain, really. Send some of that rain down here for this, bro. Wanted me to hit her so she can get me arrested. That's horrible. You divorced instead? You grew up off-grid in Louisiana? No cable? How old are you, Gregory? Do I need a husband? No. Off-grid looks different for different people. I am off-grid, but I still have a phone. I don't think it would be wise for me to be off-grid and not have a phone. So I have a phone. I'm just not connected to, I'm out in the woods and I'm not connected to any municipals. I have a tiny house. I got solar. I do rain catchment. I got a wood burning stove. But there's tons of places in Texas where I know people that live off-grid in Texas. It's a common thing. When you get into like rural areas, yeah. She tried to have me arrested for divorcing her. She made false. I'm so sorry. All right, Al. I hope you have a wonderful day. Heinz, thank you for the follow. Any woman talking about not wanting to marry is not in a pause? What does that mean? Here we go. Here we go. What is it about these men that come on and get so offended that I say I don't want to be married? I'm not against marriage. Mike said, here we don't go. That is just, You weren't connected to any municipals. Did you enjoy living that way, Gregory? Sean, how's it going? Welcome back in. A lot of Americans go live in Mexico, countryside to get away. I've seen that. There are a lot of expats over there. How you doing, Gregorio? How you feeling today? As if they were in the running. I'm not against marriage. I don't have a problem with men. You guys are wonderful. You know, if I had a problem with men, why would I spend 86% of the people that come hang out with me on the live are men? If I didn't like men, I couldn't be on here hanging out with you guys. That just because I say I don't want to be married doesn't mean I'm against marriage. That's just, I don't think people realize. I don't think some men look at marriage as like a ministry. It's a calling. You must be rich if you can live off-grid. The contrary, Jerome. I am not rich and I live off-grid. Careful planning and saving along the years. Mr. Francis, I don't understand why men come here and expect to want to marry them based off a single comment. Yeah, why he gets, and then they get mad. Like, this is not a dating app. How you doing, Brent? Good morning. I'm doing good, Gregory. I'm doing very good. I'm blessed. This is not a dating app. It's okay if you meet somebody, y'all become friends, and if you guys want to take it further, that's okay. But Jerry, welcome in. Food news, that's the best thing. Brent, I don't think you got some sleep last night. I'm gonna get you. CeeLo, I'm doing well. How are you? EJB, how's it going? All right, Gregorio. Pray you have a lovely day. God bless you. Mac, how's it going? EJB, how you feeling today? I've seen a lot of men marry Filipinas. They want a wife so bad. They call those passport bros. I'm not. I think people should marry and love whoever they want to love. If you want to go outside the country and find you somebody, more power to you. Let people do what they want to do. What am I doing today? I don't know. I don't plan anything, CeeLo. I just go with the flow. Now there's sometimes I have to plan stuff, but I'm not a person. I'm the least perturbed person. I'm the least planning person. I'm doing good, Mac. I'm doing good. Thank you, EJB, for the heart me. Good morning to you. I'm asleep right now. Sleep, Mike. 13. We're gonna have to talk about the sleeping situation, okay? I need you to get a little bit more sleep, okay? Mac, thank you for the follow. Mike said, I see that. I don't like to plan anything. I used to have a very strict schedule when I had my business. Now, part of the reason why I had my business is so I could make my own schedule. I'm in America from Texas. Serbia's, thank you for sharing the live. Um, but I don't like planning stuff. I'll do it, but I don't like it. Don't be sleep blocking the wrong people like last time. My type of woman, I don't plan anything, but just take it how it comes. You at work watching me? You love your job? What you do? Is a Christian country a lot better than the U.S.? I know the U.S. has its issues. It does have many issues, but I think it's okay. Me being a woman of color, I think it's a decent place to live. I got some freedoms here that I may not have at different places. Also, the way I live is I get to live the way I want to live here. When am I planning to visit Africa? I hadn't planned on it. Mike, thank you for the type lance mark. Much of what you see is young men falling behind in education, economic mobility, and mental health. There is a documented milk crisis in America. I've been seeing a lot on YouTube that they said that men are suffering, that there's a male loneliness epidemic. That men are saying that they're lonely. These women nowadays, they ain't playing around. They're not playing around. A lot of these younger women my age, women younger than me, in their 30s, 20s, they choosing to travel with friends and kind of live life on their own terms. I was watching the video, cooking on live, old man lady. I was watching a video, and it was a woman talking about it, and she was like, what men are seeing nowadays is that they got to come with more. It's not enough for them to have a job and to provide, because women are able to provide for themselves. So that women are asking them to be more loving, to be more caring, to be more emotionally mature, and that some men haven't caught on to that. See, Ian, thank you for the follow. High rates of male loneliness, self-unaliving in young adults living at home is very real. Duval, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Peace and harmony and protection. How you doing, Jedi? I think after game night. Yeah, we did. I look at so I think that, okay, a lot of people say that women are more sensitive. I'm sure you guys have said that. Women are sensitive. But men are sensitive too. And they've done studies to support that you guys are human. You guys have the capacity to have the same level of emotions. But whereas women are kind of taught and given the space that we can express our emotions, like I can cry in front of you guys. Y'all won't think anything of it. You guys will console me. I can cry in front of my friend Maria, and she consoles me, right? Now, I don't know if I was a man on here and I started crying, if everybody would be so accepting of it. And I look at my nephew and I've talked to him about stuff, his being able to cry in front of friends or whatever, or just a romantic partner. And the stuff that he told me, I'm like, that makes me sad because you are a person, you guys have share the same feelings and emotions that we women do. It's just that society has told us that we it's okay for us to show emotion and cry, whereas you guys can't. Instead of man and woman, I agree. So they actually have to be a good person. Funny that some find that challenging. Yeah, there are some. What you mean it ain't enough? The men's mental health crisis is abroad because I recognize all nationalities, and you're in South Africa. Young men are 3 times more likely to suffer from addiction or experience homelessness. Um, yeah, so I love my nephew. That is, I told you guys, he was my baby before I had Yaya and Yo Yo. And I noticed that he is a very tender hearted person, and he's been through a lot in his years on this earth. And whenever I get around him, he just unloads. Like, we'll spend hours talking. I mean, hours, 6 to 8 hours. And it's just him letting out his feelings or crying if he has to. He's a big guy. Some of you guys have seen him. He's been on the live. I posted a picture. He's a big guy, but he feels like he can't be vulnerable with certain people. So it's like he holds it in, and then until he sees me, and then he lets it all out. Halo, how you doing? Thank you, baby doc, for the compliment. I think the sensitive, soft-hearted women are hard to come by. There's a lot of passive-aggressive women. What do you guys say? Do you think that do you come across in your interactions with women? Do you come across women that are passive aggressive, are kind of hard and cold? Women need to go to therapy. I think so. Neil, how you doing? Tui Delta. I'm from America. Where are you? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, you shouldn't share your emotions with everyone. But you would think with close family and close friends that you could be able to, but even sometimes you can't with family, with close family. Oh, Sensei, welcome in. How are you? Rag, good morning to you. Tim, all types. Jordan, thank you for the follow. Dragon7, welcome in. I don't like passive aggressiveness. I can take aggressiveness, but I don't like passive aggressive. To me, passive aggressive is kind of cowardly because it's like you want to say something, but you don't have the guts to come out and directly say it. I don't like that. My mother is passive aggressive, but I don't hold that against women in general. I don't like that. I have quite a few people in my life that are close to me that I deal with that are passive aggressive, and for a long time, I would just deal with it. Now I cut it off. I'm like, nope, I'm not finna try to play the guessing game. If you want to say something, say it. If you're not going to come out and say it, I'm not going to acknowledge it. American men ages 20 to 30 now spend less time outdoors than average prison inmates. Inmates. Wow. Retreating instead into video games, pornography, sports betting, crypto trading, and online forums. You can tell physics bro because they don't know how to talk to women. Need to live life. I've been married twice, got 3 kids, but I'm Latino, so it's all about family. You can tell that they don't know how to talk, because they don't know how to interact with women. She's the sweetest person on the earth, but she will not say what's on her mind to save her life. That's so tough to deal with. Maybe when I have to deal with people that are passive aggressive, I often wonder, like, why are they like that? Did they feel like maybe when they were growing up, or maybe in their relationships, they didn't feel like they can come out and say how they felt, and so they feel like they have to go about it that way. They don't know how to work through the dynamics of female relationships. So my daughter, my oldest is 18, she's 19. She's at that age of where she wants to start like dating and interacting with guys. And she does online gaming and stuff like that. And the stuff that she tells me, how they talk to her, like she'll think she'll meet a friend, and the stuff that they say, she's like, Mama, they're so lustful. They just talk about hooking up and, oh, I'm not looking for nothing serious. I'm not looking for a relationship. It's like how they ask for pictures. It's like I pray over her and yo daily. You know, I pray over my girls. I'm like, God, please. I know you have. There's some good young men out there. Send one of them Yaya's way. Not at all, but I think you attract the energy you give out. They lose their minds. Michael, how you doing? I tell her the analogy I use. I'm like, yeah. Dating is like digging through a bag of garbage, right? It's like digging through a bag of garbage. It's some trash in there. It's some trash. It's also some sharp pieces that you might get cut. You might get hurt. It may cause you to bleed. But there is some treasure in there. But you just gotta search through it carefully. I don't know if that's a good analogy, but it puts it in perspective. There are a lot of wonderful men. There are a lot of wonderful women in this world. But it can be disheartening to a person when that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a good person, and all they keep coming into contact with is people that don't mean them any good. And it goes both ways. It's goes both for, there are some good men in this world, and they just want a decent woman, and they can't find. They keep running into the ones that just want to use them and abuse them. And there's some good women out here, and they just want a good man, and they keep running to ones that just want to use them and abuse them. Mickey, how you doing? I am good, Michael. Thank you for asking. Happy Monday. There used to be a code switch between gaming language and real life language. Now there's only language, and there's a debacle. Our weirdos, America is so fake. But I believe are supposed to be able to embrace change. Oh, he took it back. And people just give up. Yeah, people do give up. The world is not garbage. I don't look at it like that. But the dating world, some of them people, they don't want nothing. They don't want to benefit. They don't want to be kind to you. They don't want to have a real relationship. They just want to take and use you. That is not useful to a person that is actively dating because they want to build a relationship with somebody. I'm not saying that the world is garbage, but when you're dating, you kind of have to view it like, I tell her it's important to pay attention to red flags and not to take it so easy. I have made mistakes. I speak from my own experience. I've made mistakes in feeling sorry for people. Oh, he didn't mean it that way, or he doesn't know what he's doing. No, that may be the case, but with women, I think it's a little bit more. Like I said, I can only speak from me being a woman, but women, we have to think about a lot of stuff when we get in a relationship. We have to think about our safety. We have to think about, domestic violence, being unalived by your romantic partner. That's one of the leading killers of women. There's so many things that can come into play when you're a young woman dating, and especially when you don't have the experience to know what to look for, or to know certain things, to look out for certain things. All the way up. Look. Thank you for the follow. Halo, you stop looking. Mark, how's it going? Men have their own set of issues when it comes to dating, and women have their own issues. It's different issues, but we both have to deal with the difficulties and troubles with dating. They're just different. Papa Daddy, how you doing? Welcome in. How you feeling today? I have trust and honesty issue with people. That's understandable. That people are supposed to embrace change when meeting someone sincere, but they do me dirty all the time. They need rehab. There used to be an unwritten ambition to find a woman, marry her, have children, and labor to support and protect that family. That ambition has been lost. Yeah. Red flags early on will hurt. Yeah, you're right about that. All first shift. What's up? We getting here. Yeah, we are last. From Pennsylvania, how you doing, AB? Shaquille, how's it going? Good morning to you. Instant gratification. So when you're a woman and you're dating, you get in a relationship, especially if that relationship turns into a physical relationship, that's very dangerous. You got to worry about unplanned pregnancy. And you also got to think about, okay, what if I fall pregnant and this person doesn't stick around to take care of this child? That happens to a lot of women. They're raising, they got into relationships that they felt like were loving and they thought that they were going to be with this person forever. And then they're by themselves raising kids. Women have to think about that. I've told Yaya, marriage, because Yaya wants to get married and have kids, I told her, you know what, marriage doesn't guarantee that you won't be a single mother. It's a lot of women that got married, they had kids, they tried to go about doing things the right way, and they single mothers. They struggling raising kids on their own. And I told her, only have kids if you want to. Only have kids if you feel like you can raise that child on your own. Capitalism and overemphasis on the individual destroying our society. How you doing, Shaquille? I told my nephew this too. I said, hey, dude, don't be out spreading your love around with any and everybody. And I tell him, like, before he was going to the military, I was like, you better keep your stuff to yourself, okay? Keep your stuff to yourself. And I'm like, don't be messing around with these women. I said, because not all women are good, and you don't want to mess around, you get somebody pregnant, and you don't really know who this person is. Now you got to trust your little one, your baby, with somebody that may not be all the way right. And if y'all not going to be together, you don't know who she going to have your baby around. I'm like, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Wait, like, if you're going to be out there doing what you're doing, wear protection, please be smart. Ella's son 35 is in mine, but I raised him. That's wonderful. Marriage is a big gamble. Yeah, it is. There, you would think that in marriage it would be some type of security or certainty, but even with marriage, there's no certainty. Raised our 8 kids and they're all doing well. That's wonderful. 8 kids. That is wonderful. Calypso, how you doing, beautiful? Gino from London, welcome in. Find, trust yourself. Find a person who will protect you. That, and you don't want to pick up any of their bad juju. Yeah. People talk a lot about sexually transmitted diseases. What about them transmitted spirits that they got? If a person got mental issues and you having a physical relationship with them, you don't think that you may pick up some of those spirits? If a person is tormented in their spirit, they got stuff attached to them, darkness attached to them, you don't think some of that may come off on you? I was in a relationship with someone that had a drug addiction and I was unaware of it. And God was trying to let me know I was having all kinds of dreams. My sleep was interrupted, like it was horrible. And that person's darkness was trying to mess with me. Okay, how's it going? Drop, how you doing today? You gotta be careful, be careful. My mom says, Tabitha, you don't ask enough questions. Maybe that's so. I've learned to ask more questions. Ask more questions. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I'm good, Warren. How you feeling today? I'm good, guys. Thank y'all for asking me how I am. I appreciate it. It's very kind. Relationships are you taking a chance. You are taking a chance. Thank you, thank you, Mr. Sweet. I woke up feeling great today. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. I hope your day continues to go well. No question should be off limit. Got a lot of rain in Jersey. They come and go. I wouldn't say that. There are some people that are irreplaceable. JJ, thank you for the follow. I don't think every person that comes into your life, some of those people are God sent and they're not replaceable. I think you have to pay attention. You have to pay very close attention when somebody walks into your life and you know that they're good. Sometimes you don't get another chance, you know. You don't get a second opportunity. You may not get another one of them. A lot of people are searching for better. I can find better. In some cases, you can find better. If you're being mistreated, used, and abused, neglected, you can find better. You don't have to settle for that. But if you know in your spirit when you have someone good, when you know you have somebody that loves you. Now, there's nobody perfect, but if you have somebody that shows up for you, they just don't call on you when they need something. They give as much as they take, and they just love you. They support you. They want to see you win. They're honest with you. They don't just tell you what you want to hear, but they want to see you become the best version of yourself. And if they pray for you, that's somebody you should keep around. Even if the relationship may not work out romantically, but at least you have them as a friend. And life, not everything revolves around money. Yes, we need money to live in this world, unfortunately. You know, I'm off the grid. I've tried to make my bills as low as possible, but I still need money, right? I still need money. But don't let that be the make or break of whether you decide to be with a person. Look at the values, the morals that a person has. Don't pay so close attention on looks, right? It's important to be attracted to a person. Now, I say that as a woman, it may be different for men. It's important to be attracted to a person, but looks are not going to be there forever. Looks won't be there forever. If someone is good to me, as long as they got good hygiene, I really don't care so much about the looks. I don't care about weight either. I like big men, and I guess my mama taught me that. She said a man is a man. Type of, if he got a little bit of weight. So I'm particularly fond of big guys. If you got some weight on you, Tabby don't care nothing about that weight. I like a little weight, keep me warm at night. But it's what's some people just have a beautiful spirit. Maybe on the outside they're not considered what society would consider beautiful or very attractive. But their spirit is beautiful. I would want to be with somebody that has a beautiful spirit and someone that sees my spirit and treats me accordingly to who I am on the inside. You can't be ugly and funky. No, but good hygiene. You want somebody to have good hygiene. If somebody can't even take care of their body, you think they're going to take care of you? Think about it. If somebody cannot take care of their body, their hygiene, you think they're going to take good care of you? Let me scroll back up. Spartacus, how you doing? Welcome in. Uncle Elijah, thank you for the roses. Was with wife for 16 years, got married young, still paid for house to make sure. Aw, that's wonderful. That's noble of you, Warren. Uncle Elijah, thank you for the rose. YouTube drop or bounce to the ounce. Wayne said, "Heck no, you not. Was it you not? You don't like the extra weight?" Spartacus, I'm doing very good. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. Mrs. Sweet, thank you for the follow. Let me scroll back up. Let me scroll back up. Physics Bro said the only marriage requirement I had when single was that she had to be a Christ follower. Then I changed the requirement to eliminating any woman who called Hoagie sub. She's out. Oh my God. It's a blessing to be a blessing. Good folks don't grow on trees. Thank you, okay. Shaquille, I see you. You have to take a chance. That's how you learn life teaching. I have to take a chance on what you're referring to. And if people get jealous of their spouse and try, yeah, that's a thing too. Larry, welcome in. Gary, how's it going? Don't let money make you make money. Ruby, keep on trucking. Thank you, Tyrone. Just don't stink and you're good, y'all. She said you can't be ugly and funky. Mike said, right, pick one. Thank you, Mr. High, for the heart me. Thank you, Gary, for the tablet spark. You huge on smell too? Well, that's how I see fitness to a degree. If you can let yourself go, you let me go too. Thank you, Gary, for the Go Populars. Davey, thank you for the rose. Warren said 6'4", by the way, 260. You're a big dude, Warren. My day is going good. Feliz tardes. Bien usted. None. Hygiene is a must. David, thank you for the follow. Mr. Sweet, thank you for the follow. Hygiene, I feel like if you don't take care of your body, you're not going to take care of me, right? If you don't have the just care enough, if you don't care enough about yourself to bathe, brush your teeth, you're not going to care about me. So, yeah. You don't got to wear fancy clothes. You can wear a plain white t-shirt. Throw some jeans on, right? I don't care nothing about what you're wearing. Just make sure your clothes is clean. Don't pull out clothes that been in the dirty clothes hamper for like a week and try to put it back on. But my mom dated a guy one time. He was a police officer. I don't know how tall he was, but I remember he was a big guy. And she was talking to me about him as I got older, and she said that now I guess they remained friends. I don't know what happened, but she said that she liked the way he treated her, but I think maybe he had some other women on the side. But she was like, I like big men. She's like, a man is a man. It's about how he treats you. It's basic mathematics. If you don't care about how you are, you ain't gonna care about me. Yeah. Now, my high school sweetheart, when I met him, he was pretty chubby. And we got messed with a lot because the jocks at our school felt like we didn't need to be together because why was I with him? I didn't care. He treated me good. I was happy with that little chubby dude. I was happy with his chubby self. Robert, thank you for the follow. Ian, thank you for the follow. KK, thank you for the follow. Warren said, not fat, just tall. Yeah, you gotta have some weight on you with that height. I am from America, Debbie. I'm from Texas. Where are you from? I did have a good weekend, Magic. I got the rest. Thank you, David. Sorry, y'all. I did have a good weekend, man. Did they pick on him? Yeah, Mike. They picked on him. Tried to fight him. Thank you, David, for the compliment on my hair. I think skinny women belong with bigger men. I've said this to Yaya. I'm like, Yaya, big man is a skinny woman dream. You're to be alone. Don't seek love yet. I'm not seeking love. I am loved. This is a truth. I will not go to bed without brushing my teeth because I can hear a voice in my mind. Be sure to brush your teeth and talk to God. I'm glad. Hold you. I'm old fashioned. I'm a fan of petite, skinny minis. The sisters who be built like the women in the 80s and 90s. Being slim was in. Can he be broke and can y'all build together? Or is it off the table? The thing about it, okay, he can be broke. He don't have to have all the money, but he got to be able to take care of himself, though. He got to be able to take care of myself. I've been with men that have, now I haven't had very many relationships, but they didn't have money like that. Um, but if you're a hard worker, you have a good work ethic, if you have integrity, like there's certain just things about you, about your personality, about your morals. You may be broke in the moment, but you're not gonna stay broke. Should have played football. Did you do any sports in school, Warren? My hair is thick. Yeah, it is King David. That's your nephew. He got promoted already. Hey, Amy. I'm gonna see a little bottle file. Gonna have a message. Hey, Amy, how you doing? My name is Tabitha Debbie. Thank you for the heart, me. Daryl, good morning to you. Nah, men should be a caretaker and be providers. The thing about it is, if you guys don't have children, right, y'all just coming together, he should be able to take care of himself. But if you're talking about having a family, you got to be able to provide for that woman and your kid. Now, start a family, getting married, that's a whole nother subject. If y'all dating, okay, but if you gonna be getting married and especially having kids, he got to be able to provide. Because if he's unable to, that puts a woman in, it puts her in a bad situation because it puts more work on the table for her. She could be have a decent life, be able to provide for herself, but then if you add a kid into the mix, then she may not be able to keep taking care of herself. Like it, kids are expensive. W. Harris, peace, love, and happiness. Blessings to you. Rev, how's it going? Welcome in. Trying to see if that's deep or I just meant to. I'm good, Kenneth. How are you? People so broke, money is all they have. I mean, I've heard that before. People so broke, money is all they have. Money is not everything, but it is a fact that we need money in this world to survive. Food costs, rent costs, everything costs money. Like if it costs money for you to survive, it's going to cost money for your woman to survive. And if you have children, it's going to cost money for that woman to survive. If you can't provide, then the woman has to pick up that slack. That's not, it makes it hard. That's the first time you heard that one? Joseph, thank you for the follow. The thing about it is some men talk about 50-50, and I don't like bringing this up. But the thing about it is, how can, when you bring a child into the world, there's no 50-50. A woman body goes through the changes. She carries that baby. She goes through the hormone changes and everything like that. And what's how is that 50-50? Like your woman doing all that to bring your child into the world, and you're gonna just leave her or tell her she got figured out? You gotta take care of the child. I don't got money. I can't help you. I don't think that's fair. It's a whole lot easier to take care of yourself. But when you bring a child into the world, now you gotta consider another person. You gotta, if you gotta work, you gotta consider who's gonna take care of the baby while you're at work. Child care is super expensive. Love doesn't cost a thing. Think about loved one. I'm big on philosophy, and I know millionaires and cats with lots of money who are broke. It's not financially, but physically, spiritually, as people that are broken. It's just thought you just came into my service. Couldn't a while ago, Barbie. Sugar Water Baby, thank you for the follow. Do I believe in 50-50? I don't. I don't. If you bring up 50-50, then I feel like you're going to be keeping tabs. How can you have 50-50 in a relationship? There may be times where, okay, maybe your husband, your man can provide for you. He can do certain things, right? Maybe he takes care. Yes, this is my real hair. But maybe he gets sick. He goes into the hospital. He gets injured. What if he can't do all those things? Do you leave him? No. You pick up the slack and you try to take care of him, right? It's you both chip in. You take care of each other. You prioritize each other. It shouldn't be. You should care about the person, not what they can provide. Now, like I said, when it comes to having a family, you want to choose wisely. Be with someone, a man as a woman. I'm speaking from a woman. They can uh, provide for the family, your children. It ain't no. I've never had to experience this, but I would imagine it's no fun walking with your baby in the hot sun to the bus stop because you don't got a car, but you got to go get groceries. Think you drop. A relationship should be 100, 100. I give my all, and I expect you to do the same. I agree. 50-50 was created by NPCs. You convinced? Okay, Shay. I don't like do the 50-50. You both take care of each other. There should be no keeping tabs. You both give to each other. You both if you guys are both constantly considering the other one, everything should go fine. If you're always considering how I feel, and I'm always considering how you feel, then things should be okay. Do you believe you can outgrow your environment? I believe so. Kevy Kev, how's it going? Why have I been summoned? Who summoned you here, Ingo? Maybe the algorithm felt like you needed to come here. Just make sure there's equal drums and flats, and we'll be okay. You like drums or flats? I like flats. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. In my opinion, so what I've experienced that from summon to banish, men, you guys do it a lot, especially in the workforce, and men are kind of buttholes to other men. And I feel like throughout the day, you guys deal with a lot of pushback and just aggressiveness. And I think that when you come home, you don't want to have to experience that. So for me as a woman, I think that just naturally how I am and who I am is a benefit to the man. I'm gonna ask you how your day is going. I'm gonna maybe give you a massage. To me, just little gestures to show you care. Like, how was your day, baby? You need anything? Are you hungry? How you feeling? You want to talk about what happened at work? Um, just hang out, be paid. Just be present. Let's watch a show together. Let's watch a movie together. That's it. Just be present. Masculine stuff. That's why I don't have a lot of men around me for that reason. From the rooter to the booter, we just want comfort and peace. That's true with men for sure. I feel like in the workforce, being around other men are just aggressive in nature, and they're aggressive with other men. I don't know if that's kind of tough having to deal with that. You gotta deal with that on a daily basis. In certain like work environments too. Maybe certain it's certain jobs or certain, what am I looking for? Occupations is more aggressive than others, but I'm good. Don Don, how are you? Thank you, Nettie Chris. Like emotional intelligence and empathy. I think if you had to keep tabs on all or tally what a person does or doesn't give, the relationship becomes unauthentic and disingenuous. I give and release, not attached to outcome. My favorite partners were female. They weren't ego driven. Yeah, I like to ask people questions about their life and just what they have to deal with. And I think, man, you guys have to deal with, I guess, like how Mike put it, the ego. I've had missed some calls just trying to act macho, not ask for help. Mm, that has to be uncomfortable, right? I think home life is very important. You want to be able to come home and feel accepted and seen and celebrated. I think that's a big problem nowadays. People are tolerated, they're not celebrated. Everybody wants to feel celebrated. Everybody, I think it's very important to me to ask the people in my life, like, how are you doing? How are you? How was your day? Like, how are you really doing? Thank you, Dun Dun. I try to ask the people I'm closest to, my friends, how are you? Try to check on them. I give a long story. Like, how are you? Most of the people, I have quite a few people in my life. I'm the person that they call to vent to. And they will get mad if I don't answer in the first ring. I didn't answer your phone. I've been trying to call you. I need to talk to you. The thing is that they come with the tough love. And if they kind of act uninterested, I'm like, don't ask me then. I know there is a space for tough love. It's not me, you know. I'm a gentle person, a soft, caring person. Maybe that's why God didn't give me sons, because maybe I would have been too soft on them. I feel like I'm a very gentle. I did somewhat gentle parenting, you know. Now they still got in trouble when they did stuff, but I'm a gentle person. I don't have a desire. I don't like to yell. I like to talk to a person. If I'm talking to another adult, there's no reason for me to yell. Have I ever dealt out a whooping? Mm, I think when they're little, like I'll pop their hand like no, like that, you know, to get them to understand. Maybe with yo-yo. Um, but as far as the actual whooping, nah. When they're little, sometimes you pop them like, hey, don't do that. But I feel like if they're old enough to understand you, you shouldn't be a need for that. Now that was with my girls. All kids are not the same. Sometimes you you may have to whoop them. You know, some kids don't understand unless they feel some pain. But I don't know. I didn't. I've always talked to them, put them in timeout. Hey, go outside. Go get on one of them hammocks. I've always just talked to the girls. Thank you, Shaquille. I've always talked to them and explained to them. I've always talked to them and explained to them why I was doing something or why I had a problem with something. I think that's very important. Now, like I said, that don't work for all kids, but it worked for mine. I never wanted to feel like you gotta do what I say because I'm your mama. I feel like kids still have autonomy. Not full autonomy, but to some degree, they are their own person. Like they have feelings. I think some parents they feel like their kids can't be upset or have a bad day. If they go to school, they have a life outside home, they may have a bad day. Not everybody's treating them nice. They're allowed to have an attitude. They're allowed to be, as long as they're not disrespectful, but they're allowed to be in their feelings. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think they're allowed to say no in a respectful way to some degree within reason. I remember my stepdad slammed me. I was ready to, oh. Sir Hernandez, how you doing? Pete, Peter, how you doing? Big, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. It's not my birthday, Bob. So, my mom, I love my mama. She did her best, but she did struggle with some things. And but she listens. As she's gotten older, she's listened, and one thing she does now, she apologizes. She'll say, "I'm sorry, I didn't know, or I should have done better." And I'm grateful for that, because there's a lot of parents, they don't apologize. They can be presented with the hurt or the damage that they caused, and they still want to apologize. My mama apologized. But my mom, she would get physical. She would put her hands on me, and it wasn't necessary, but that was how she was taught. So she was like that. If she felt like there was some type of resistance or whatever, um, why women always have problems with your mom? I don't know about that. I love my mama. That's my best friend. I don't have a problem with my mama. I talk to that lady about 5 times a day. No parent is perfect, though. You know, no parent is perfect. I was just reading something about that. I was reading something recently, a little rabbit hole early this morning from educators, not influencers. I was reading something here recently, and it was talking about the different styles of parenting and what they look like across different cultures and the different ethnicities. And it was specifically speaking on the black community and how black parents are with their kids. And it was saying that how a lot of the times black children are when they become of age, they are at a disadvantage because of the wealth isn't passed down, it's passed up. And they said when you have a young adult that has the weight of not just having to try to build wealth for themselves or take care of themselves, but also their household, it puts them at a disadvantage. And it says oftentimes, it said more often than not, it gave out a percentage, but it says more often than not in the black community, it's the children that are giving money to the parents and not the other way around. And they said in other cultures and other ethnicities, it's usually the parents helping out the children, but in the black community, it's the children helping out the parents. And they said, and this is something that I know to be true, there are children that they become of age and they go to try to use their credit, and their credit is messed up because they're somebody in their family, a parent has put stuff in their name. Hey Marsha, thank you for the heart meme. And I think that that's sad. Hey Marsha, thank you for the rose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bolden, welcome in. Sean, thank you for liking the live. Yeah. I had to go back in my phone and look and see um where it was where it was. But they were saying that the different races, different ethnicities, they do raise their children differently. And they were just talking about how, um, like I said, how in the black community that when a child becomes of age, a lot of times they're already at a disadvantage of other ethnic groups because the wealth, the money is being passed up and not down. Jonathan, thank you for the love you so much and the Tabby Land Spark. Thank you, Kelly. I know for me, like, so I started working when I was 13. And from the time that I was working, I have worked since then. I bought everything for myself. My first car, I didn't have any help from my parents. Um, and oftentimes, I have helped my mom. Like, when I was in high school, I had bills, I paid rent. Um, I chipped in, I paid insurance, not just mine, but other members in the household. Or there have been times that things weren't necessarily fair. Um, but that's just what I was taught, that that's right, that's what you do. Now, some of the things that I was required to do, I wouldn't dare have Yaya Yo Yo do. But, my mom was doing what she thought was right. So I don't get mad at her for that. I just know that's not the way I want to be with my girls. A lot of the jobs that I have, they were dangerous. Like when I worked at a check cashing place overnight in the hood. It was a horrible job. Like my life was in danger a few times. I had to because I had bills. I had a car note. I had car insurance. I had to pay rent. I'm 16, 17 years old and I had to, I know I have bills I had to pay. Thank you, Michelle. That's good. It shows you're very independent. Don't need someone to support you. We have to be careful because some studies are published to help promote conservative taking points, not based on facts. We must be discerning. I understand that. I understand that. That is something though that I have seen other people discuss though. Like other, it's not just that's not something I just read about, but like friends and stuff, friends that I've been around, they have talked about that too. That they have children now and they want to be different with their children. But I can only speak from my experience, what I went through. All I know is I want to be different. I have been different with my girls. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Bullet. If them kids at home past 18, they need to be paying something to teach them how to pay bills. I was paying bills before I was 18. Now I'm like, okay, you can contribute after that, but I was paying bills before I was 18. How long have I been growing my hair? I don't know. I'm not actively growing it. I just haven't had a haircut in maybe a couple of years. Maybe a year and a half. Shop, thank you for coming in. I think that you do need to teach kids responsibility. Um, I think they should, if they want extra stuff, they want certain things, they should be able to be responsible for it. And in my very small world, the opposite has always been true. Dozens of my friends who are parents help their children make plans. Ah, that's wonderful. That has not been what I have seen physics, bro. Not it hasn't been my experience, and it hasn't been like the people I'm around now. I will say this: I grew up very poor. You from India? We grew up poor. Like I've been homeless. We've been homeless before. So, but my mom couldn't afford to help me. What was she gonna help me with? She couldn't. But and this it wasn't just. I'm not saying it didn't. I know that that doesn't just happen in the black community, but I think more often it happens in the amongst the black community. Is a few people on TikTok they chimed in and said that was their experience too. Very fortunate situation, but I wouldn't say that's the average. You speaking on what physics bro said, Mike? Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think. So the people that I have in my life, friends that I have that they're black, I don't know any of them that didn't have to help their parents out. Now I have some friends that aren't black that their parents helped them out. Now I'm not saying it don't happen in other cultures too. That is true for some like white individuals too. But I think it happens more often in the black community, and that article was also pointing that out too. Thank you, Vishal. Hey, how's it going? Like being on here and talking, speaking with Brent, and him telling me like how he, um, what an awful thing to say. He has shared about his family and traveling and stuff like that, and when he went to college, the things that his, um, thank you, Brent. That was awful. Um, how his parents helped him and stuff like that. I was like, wow, that's wonderful. Thank you, Brent, for blocking him. That was a very evil spirit right there. Paint by professional, how are you? Where am I from? I'm from America. Thank you, Brent. As it was very vile, Mike. It was very, very vile. He was as Brent. I don't want to repeat that. Bang, how's it going? Stream Studio, how are you? Ask me. She talked back. Thank you for the rosas. KB Sport, how's it going? Thank you. She talked back for the rosas. Threw me off my physical responsibility debate. I know I am, Wayne. I know I am. My day is going good. It's going very, very good. It's going good. I was cold last night sleeping. I had to turn my fans off, get under the covers. Hammer time, how are you? Years countdown. We got 150 more days? Really? Man, this year has been going by fast. Oh, I'm not Ethiopian. M. Peterson, how are you? The state fair is next month. I'm pretty excited about that. Me and Yaya and Yo are gonna go to the fair and do some damage. We're gonna go to the fair and do some damage. A lot of people ain't been taught about how to make money work for you. You can give someone money and help them, and they may still blow it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right, Papa Daddy. So my grandmother, my mom's mom, she do some damage. You know how much the state fair costs, Wayne? That's gonna be a few $100s right there. My girls like to ride rides and like to eat, and I like to eat too. Yeah, I'm gonna go spend about $300, I say. Yeah, it's a once in a year thing, so it's like something I plan for, save for, and it makes my girls happy. They both love the fair. I love the fair. Now I have a story around why I love the fair so much, but it's a vow of mine to go to the fair every single year. So I have, and I take my girls, and they have a good time. They ride the rides, so it's worth it. Yeah. There are people that come on in there from South Africa. Michelle is from South Africa. Yeah, State Fair, Texas is a very big deal. I would like to go to the state fair somewhere else, like in another state, so I can see how it is. But yeah, state fair is fun. We wait. Me and my girls wait all year. It comes, we go. Sometimes I go a couple times, and then as soon as it ends, we're waiting for it the next year. Thank you, KB. You never been to the state fair? You gotta go, Chris. It's fun. Now last year we got there a little bit late because it was hot and we were trying to wait till um the sun went down a little bit. Yeah, we're not gonna do that because we kind of had to rush and get the food that the girls were looking for. We usually go earlier during the day and we stay there the whole day. I take umbrellas and we just walk around. They eat, they ride rides. I just noticed that you're greeting every time I sign on. Says that you're from Texas. Does it really? Is it a bit too far from you? Took my kids Saturday night to the fair. Didn't have the rides up. We had fun checking the animals out. Cows, pigs, and goats. Milo, welcome in. Thank you, Phillies, bro, for the heart me. Ruby, welcome in. Mr. Baker, thank you, Phillies, bro, for the heart me. She has a little makeup brush. Did you see it? I'm from Texas. And oh, okay. I put that in there when I first started going live. You have to put your little bio. Mr. Baker. You from South Africa too? A little internet sleuthing. What you do? What you do, Mike? Oh wow. You guys are both from South Africa. Big Mark, how's it going? I will be back in town uh, at the end of this week. My mom is having a little concert at her church. Yeah, this is my natural hair. And she has asked me to come help her. So that means I'm going to be working. I'll be working this weekend, so I probably won't be on Saturday night. But yeah, like, she said, can you please come to my concert and help me? Oh, there she is. Nana Ray. I was telling everybody how I'm not going to be on live this weekend because I'll be helping you out at your concert. Tony, how's it going? She going to be putting me to work. What you doing, Nana? You supposed to be working, Nana. Mama, Physics Bro said hello. Physics Bro said hey. You breaking? Did you eat you something? I don't always come on. I'll be on in the morning, Riz. You know, I come on every day, but I just won't be on that night. He flirting. Watermelon, that's good. That's good, Nana. That's good. You're doing good today. I'm proud of you. With flaxseed, you put the flaxseed on the watermelon? Thank you, KB. I appreciate you. You put the flaxseed on the watermelon? She saying, who that? She knows you guys. I talked to her about y'all. Maybe she don't. Sometimes she gets name mixed up, or I have to like give her specifics when I tell her who you guys are. She's like, okay, who is that? And then she's like, oh, okay, okay. Thank you, Zeza. Trying to lower that cholesterol. My mama. She said she eating it with flaxseed. She on my YouTube live, Riz. Did you hear from your grandson, Nana Ray? I was saying my mama's screen name wrong. I was saying Rhea. It's Nana Ray. Mama, why you spell it like that? REA. You ain't talk to her? Why you spell your screen name like that? Y'all on her little picture on her profile. I took that picture of a flower. To place it flaxseed on the watermelon. I can't eat too much flaxseed. That will mess me up. How you doing, Spencer? Good morning to you. The weather today is gonna be 101. Cause your name is Henry. Oh, okay. Henry, get ready to cut this yard. I'm still here. Okay. No te preocupes, Mike. It's okay. It's 103 today. Salt on watermelon. I like salt on watermelon. Or you know what you can put? This really good, Papa Daddy, passion fruit. Get you some watermelon, cut it up in chunks, and then crack open a passion fruit. Put it on top. It's very good. Thank you, Zeza. 107 there. Ooh. How your animals doing, Spencer? How do you keep them cool in the heat like this? I put either passion fruit on watermelon or tahini. You know tahini, the little seasoning? Tony, welcome in. You worried today? I pray for your animals that they'll be okay, that they'll be safe, and that God sends a breeze or heat, that it won't get 107, that the temperatures will cool down a little bit for them. I pray that God just puts a shield around them, or they just feel a bit cooler. Flaxseed is a regulatory diuretic. I bet it does. Yeah, one time my mom, she gave me some type of smoothie or something, some type of juice, and I think she put flaxseed in it, and I drank it. I was like, my stomach was hurting. I was like, this is what did I do? Julia, welcome in. Physics bro, thank you for the go popular. Landlord, welcome in. Thank you for this, bro, for the Go Populars. Thank you for the gift. My mom, she'd be like, "What'd you eat today?" I'm like, "I ate some fruit." "What'd you eat for breakfast?" My mom is big on breakfast. She like breakfast. That's her favorite meal of the day. This lady can eat breakfast at all times of the day. She like, "What you eat for breakfast?" I'm like, "Some fruit." She's like, "That's it?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. It does, Riz. Do I teach yoga? No, I don't. You can always say that. Yeah, passion fruit and watermelon is good. Yeah, passion fruit. No, no, no. Flaxseed and also chia seeds. Chia seed. You like breakfast or dinner sometimes? Mike said, and on that note, see ya. Tab, ask the people they have. Okay. My mom said, ask the people they have ever taken. It's a, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Azatimbe? Azatimb? It's an alternative drug to lower cholesterol. Mike said, you trying to flush out your whole spirit with that mix. My mom is asking if anybody has taken Zetia. Zetia? Let me look this up. No, sounds like an African herb. Let me see. It's a. She said it's an alternative drug to lower cholesterol. Cholesterol. Let's see. Let's see. Zetia. Mike, you know anything about that? Let's see. Okay, Zetia. Generic name is that the ezetimibe is a prescription medicine used to lower high blood cholesterol. It works by stopping your small intestines from absorbing cholesterol from food, and it can be taken by mouth as a 10 milligram tablet once a day. You don't want to do a statin? I don't want you to do a statin either. Has anybody taken Zetia? Thank you for liking the live. You said, whoa. What else can you do, Mama, to, to lower your cholesterol? Are you still going for your walks? You still walking? Yeah, 13 says stay away. Mama Brent says stay away from statins. Have you been still doing your walking? You getting your steps in? Thank you for the compliment on my hair. Russell, how you doing? Good morning. Never heard that. They say the bane flower that looks like a daisy. Fleabane? I never heard of it. Mostly familiar with drugs used in emergency medicine. Oh, okay. Fleabane? Did you ask some of the ladies at church, Mama, if they've taken it? Like if they know? Fleabane. I didn't see you calling me beautiful, Jess, but thank you. I appreciate you. You didn't ask them or they said no? What's the side effects? What's the contraindications on it? If you take it and you stop taking it. Thank you for the follow. Russell, how you doing? How's it going, Jess? I'm seeing your comment. I'm sorry. Lavord, Lavordem. Thank you for the follow. I hope I say your name right. Your liver issues with your liver. New Caledonia. I'm in America. New Caledonia. Is that near France? Praying in the third tire. Oh, Pikachu. Is that near France? Pacific Ocean. I'm pretty sure Lance Carter does. I double check that up. I try to give my mom herbs and stuff like that, and she's always kind of a bit leery. I kind of stopped trying to give her natural stuff. She's always worried. In that Minecraft, she wasn't on for very long though. How is it over there in New Caledonia? So, do you speak French? Oh, it's okay. Oui. I don't speak French, but I would like to learn. Feel like it turned. She wasn't on there very long. But I came in late though, so. Man, some tree bark fell in my drink. Alright, Nana, see you. Red rice yeast helps. Brent said she wasn't on long at all. My day's going okay, Russell. It's going pretty good. They make the meds from the herbs. She's a nurse, Papa Daddy. She's a nurse, but she's just kind of a little bit apprehensive when she takes herbs. I don't know, but long enough to make me tired today. Maybe you just getting old. I think we all getting old, Russell. I think us all getting old. Maybe it's the heat too, Russell. This heat will make you tired. It'll drain you. Stay up all night, get in 1 hour of sleep, and go to work? Yeah, you can't do that when you get older. Is tea, chai? I got a science article for you guys, and this one is talking about global warming. It's from Science Daily. It was released August 1st. Y'all ready? Global warming appears to have shifted into a faster gear. After removing the effects of El Nino, volcanic eruptions, and solar cycles, researchers found that the planet has warmed at roughly 0.35 degrees Celsius per decade over the past 10 years, compared with just under 0.2 Celsius per decade from 1970 to 2015. The acceleration, which becomes visible around 2013 to 2015, appeared across 5 major global temperature datasets with more than 98% statistically certain. How you doing, Kahoot Money? So it really is getting hotter. Every year it feels like it's getting hotter. It really is. The Earth's temperature rise has shifted into overdrive, with the past decade warming faster than any other since modern records began. Global warming has sped up since around 2015, according to a new analysis from the Potsdam Institute of Climate Impact Research, PIK. After removing the effects of natural temperature swings, researchers found that the first statistically significant evidence that the planet's long-term warming rate is accelerating. Over the past decade, global temperatures have risen at an estimated pace of about 0.35 Celsius per decade, depending on the data set used. By comparison, the average warming rate from 1970 to 2015 was just under 0.2 Celsius per decade. The recent pace is higher than that of any previous decade since instrumental temperature records began in 1880. We can now demonstrate a strong and statistically significant acceleration of global warming since around 2015, says Grant Foster, a U.S. statistics expert and co-author of the study, which was published today in the scientific journal Geophysical Research Letters. We filter out known natural influences in the observational data so that the noise is reduced, making the underlying long-term warming signal more clearly visible. Yeah, it's talking about global warming. In climate data, noise refers to short-term temperature changes that can temporarily hide or exaggerate the underlying trend. El Nino, for example, can push global temperatures higher from a limited period by releasing heat from the tropical Pacific Ocean into the atmosphere. Volcanic eruptions can have the opposite effect by sending particles into the atmosphere that reflect sunlight, while changing in the sun's activity. Why me? She dreaming. Can also produce smaller temperature variations. To separate these temporary influences from the broader warming trend, the researchers analyzed measurements from 5 widely used global temperature datasets: NASA, NOAA, HADCRUT, Berkeley Earth, and ERA 5. How you doing, Charles? Welcome in. How you feeling today? The adjusted data showed an acceleration of global warming since 2015 with a statistical certainty of over 98%, consistent across all data sets examined and independent of the analysis method chosen. A statistical certainty of more than 98% means the researchers found strong evidence that the change in the warming rate is real rather than result of random variation in the data. The same overall pattern appeared in all 5 temperature records, even though the data sets are produced by different scientific organizations are used somewhat different methods. How you doing, Donald? Welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. How you feeling today? Happy Monday. It's not taking. It's just that you said I'm in love. Marry me. You want to marry me? Why you don't? Why you want to marry me? You just met me. mm, what if we just come out? We just coming out of an ice age. Remember we had the so-called little ice age, 1500s. That's an interesting thought. Okay. Across all of the data sets, the acceleration started to become visible in 2013 or 2014. The researchers described a broader shift as beginning around 2015, where the evidence became clear. I'm reading a science article from Science Daily. Talk about global warming, how things are getting hotter every year. To determine whether the warming rate has changed since the 1970s, the team used 2 statistical approaches. The first was a quadratic trend analysis, which tests whether the temperature curve is bending upward over time rather than rising at a constant rate. The second was a piecewise linear model. This method divides the temperature record into separate periods and objectively identifies when the rate of warming appears to change. Both approaches supported the conclusion that global warming has accelerated. Okay, the research was designed to detect and measure the statistical acceleration, not to determine exactly why it has occurred. However, the authors noted that climate models can produce periods in which warming speeds up. In other words, an increasing rate of warming is consistent with the range of behavior represented in current climate modeling. Climate models are computer simulations that use the laws of physics to estimate how the atmosphere, oceans, ice, and land respond to greenhouse gases and other influences. They do not predict every short term fluctuation perfectly, but they help scientists evaluate long term climate patterns and possible future changes. Thank you, Donald, for the 50 comments to the live. I appreciate you. James Drew, how you doing, sir? Good morning to you. Happy Monday. If the warming rate of the past 10 years continues, it will lead to a long-term exceedance of 1.5 Celsius limit of the Paris Agreement before 2030, says Stefan Ramstorff. How quickly the Earth continues to warm ultimately depends on how rapidly we reduce global CO2 emissions from fossil fuels to zero. The 1.5 Celsius limit refers to the goal of restricting long-term global warming to 1.5 C above. Thank you, James, for the metamorphosis. Thank you, Michael, for the heart me. If only we had someone who knew physics here. How quickly the Earth continues to warm ultimately depends on how rapidly we reduce global CO2 emissions from fossil fuels to zero. The 1.5 Celsius limit refers to the goal of. Sorry, guys, it kicked me off. iCloud, how you doing, Antonio? Welcome in. Above pre-industrial temperatures. A single year above that level does not by itself mean the Paris Agreement threshold has been permanently crossed. Scientists generally focus on sustained warming over a long period. The findings suggest that Earth may now be warming considerably faster than it did during the final decades of the 20th century. Whether that acceleration continues will depend heavily on future carbon dioxide emissions from coal, oil, and natural gas. The takeaway is definitely getting hotter. It's getting hotter a lot quicker. I don't think it's possible to go zero emissions either. All right, Papa Daddy. I don't think it is. I mean, maybe there's a way, but to get everybody, no, I don't think there is. Donald, thank you for sharing the live. But it's getting hot. I asked my neighbor that the other day. I said, every year, do you feel like it's getting hotter? You feel like it's getting hotter, or is it that just my imagination? It is so hot. The ground is so dry. It's bad when even the insects, you see the wasp and the yellow jackets, the hornets, they looking for water. They trying to come inside the house because they trying to escape the heat. It's way too hot. Definitely getting hotter. If it keep getting hot, Tabby gonna have to get AC. Thank you, James, for the compliment. If it get hot, Tabby gonna have to have AC. What's the highest you can set the AC up to? Like last night, it was 70 something degrees. I was feeling kind of cold. James Johnson, welcome in. I don't want it cold inside my tiny house. I just need it to be comfortable. All right, guys. Tonight is. Oh, thank you, Guy. Thank you for the compliment. Tonight is movie night. So, If you have any movie suggestions, send them my way. We're gonna be starting it 8:30, 8:30 p.m. We're gonna watch movies. That is for my TikTok live stream. I can't do a stream because of copyright and the licenses. But if you're on YouTube and you want to be a part of movie night with my TikTok family, you can come. I'm off the grid tabby over there. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. I need to go take care of some things. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I pray whatever you do today, you do with a smile on your face and love in your heart. Be a blessing to someone today. And make sure you drink water. Make sure you drink water. And if you live in an area where there's wildlife, leave a container, like a shallow container outside for the wildlife, squirrels or whatever, to have a little bit of drink. The birds, they can bathe or get a little bit of drink because they're struggling too. And if you have the means to do so and you live in an area where there's homeless people, and if you can just go buy a pack of water, put them in your freezer or get a cooler and pass them out. We got to help each other out during this heat. Not everybody has AC or the means to be able to get out of the heat. So if you're able to be a blessing to somebody, you know, or something, even the little critters, God will bless you for it and you'll feel good about it. Steve, how you doing? Red Robin, welcome in. All right, guys, you caught me at the end of my live. God bless you all. I will see you tonight at 8:30. Thank you to my moderators, Brent and Mike. Thank you to Physics Bro for being the ambassador of Tabbyland. Thank you, Russell, James, for coming in and hanging out with me. Russell, please drink water, okay? Drink water. Get you some electrolytes. James, you keep being cool. You have your cool day. Jesse, how you doing, Jesse? I'm heading out, Jesse. But I hope you have a blessed day. All right, guys. I'll see y'all. Bye-bye.